Hello. Today I wanted to talk about something important. So, for those of you guys that are doing no contact, that are gone no contact, I wanted to say that going no contact, like physically, not talking to the narcissist physically, or just like, up and packing up and leaving or kicking them out, like basically removing yourself physically is not enough for your healing. The real healing lies when you release the narcissist energetically, when you cut cords, you cut ties. It's about energy, you guys. Like, you cannot even have you guys noticed that I've seen, like, I've noticed in my case, and I've also seen this with other people, that it would be a situation where they have left the narcissist physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, they're still holding on. They're connected. And you see somebody go 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years after their abusive relationship, or after their abusive, encounter, last encounter with the narcissist, but then the pain is still fresh, like it just occurred yesterday. That's because, yes, you may have gone no contact physically, but this thing isn't just like a physical. You have to release them energetically too. Energetically, I mean like emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And I don't want to make this video too long. I'm gonna come up with some steps that I personally took to release energetically. I feel like I'm gonna make that in another video, and those are the things that I did, so it may help somebody out there. You can try them yourself, and if it helps you, then hey, spreading knowledge, right? I also wanted to talk about I also wanted to continue on the releasing energetically. So basically, for the people that are, if you're stuck with the narcissist and you can't leave physically, this also works because for me, I have a lot of narcissists in my family, and there's times where I can't help but stay there. But it doesn't bother me one bit, because guess what? Even though I'm physically in the midst of the narcs around me, they're not connected to me emotionally or spiritually or mentally. I released them. So even if you're staying with a narc for other cases, it's very important that you let go. And when I mean let go, it doesn't, like, it's not like I keep repeating myself, but it's not a physical thing. The real healing is letting go energetically, because these are energy vampires, right? They're there to suck your emotions. The angrier or the sadder, the more the breaking down of, the basically, the more miserable you are, the better for them. Okay? So like I said, you can basically still be around the narcissist physically and not be connected to them at all, you know. And for those of you guys where you're having a lot of trouble basically just sort of like getting over this relationship, that's because you're still holding on. You're holding on to the relationship, you're holding on to the person, you're holding on to hope, you're holding on to love, you're holding on to memories. Like, you have not released the narcissist. You may have physically gone, left them, or not speaking to them, but that's just 1/3 of the equation. Okay? I don't want to make this video too long. Sometime I'm gonna put together all the things that I did personally that basically lifted this fog off my aura. Like, a fog was just lifted, and I've never felt so free. I've never felt so free. So it's very important to release the narcissist energetically. Another thing that will happen to you if you have not released the narcissist energetically is, if you go to try and start dating, because you're holding on to that spirit, because you're holding on to that person, you will most likely not you will most likely meet another individual with that same spirit. There's a saying that I always say, like, if you know one narcissist, you know 10,000. I would, you know, same demon, different individual host, same programming, just multiple people, right? If you're holding on to that spirit, if you're holding on to that program, you are going to most likely just run into people that basically, you know, like I say, same demon, just different individual. And that also is because you haven't healed parts of yourself, and you keep getting, people can look at it from two different ways. People can say, oh, you haven't healed yourself, so you're getting attracted to those things again, or just the fact that you're still holding on to the narcissist. So every time that you try and go out and date, you know, the demon is just gonna extend one more individual, like, oh, this is just an extension of me, you know, let's continue this shit, right? So yeah, it's very important that you do that. I'm going to make a video if you guys want. I'm going to make it regardless. It's going to help a few people, I'm sure, of the steps that I took to energetically let go and break up properly with the narcissist. I just watched the previous video that I just made, and I think I forgot to say this, that so basically, when you have not released the narcissist energetically, you haven't they're still sitting in your soul, right? They're still sitting in your energy field, so you haven't created space. So when you go out to date, you're really only going to attract what's there in your soul. You're really going to attract another narcissist that you know, like I said, you know, same demon, just another host individual. So it's very, very important to properly break up with the narcissist and their demon. I feel like I'm gonna make another video